Hey, what's up? Got a couple packages here. Just need somebody to sign for them.
I ain't signing for nothing.
Alright, well then I guess I'll just take them back with me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold on here. Let me see what you got.
I don't know what it is. I just need somebody to sign for it.
I'll sign for that. There you go.
Okay, Mr. Squiggly Lines. Well, I got another package back here too that I need somebody to sign for.
I don't know if I want to sign for that one. It looks like it's been opened. Got a bunch of candy in it.
Well, I got a little hungry on my route and cracked into it, you know.
I'm not signing for that one. You can take that one back.
But not so fast, Pa. I'll sign for that one. Bring it over here.
All right.
There you go, Mr. Ups Man.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Squiggly Lines Jr.
You're welcome.
You all have a good day.
All right, you too. Taryl here. And today's video is going to be about me unboxing this juiced e-bike. This is a Hyper Scorpion e-bike that was sent to us from a fan. That's right. A fan sent us this $2,000 e-bike for free. And I said, what's the catch? Why are you sending us this e-bike for free? And he said, because I like your videos. And I noticed that you did some videos on some Taryl battery powered equipment. And I like this bike so much. He has one, the fan, and he likes it so much, he sent me one and he wants me to do a video on it. So I'm going to give you a little background of the fan that sent this to us. This fan had some health problems, which made it so he wasn't able to drive a vehicle anymore. They took away his driver's license. And he lives by himself and he still has to get around, go to the store and do things. So he went online and he did his research and he bought one of these e-bikes. And that was a couple of years ago, and he liked it so much that he bought us one and he wants us to do a video on it. Wasn't that nice of him? That was very nice of him. So thank you, Rick. I know you're watching because you watched the video. So we're gonna crack this thing open and see what's inside. So this little box also came with the e-bike. So let's crack it open and see what's inside. I got my trusty knife here. Got to be careful. Hope I don't cut what's inside here. I'll very carefully open this. And what do we have here? What is this? Some hardware. Some kind of plate. Aluminum plate. Oh, looks like maybe a seat. Put my spectacles on. See what this says. Front spacer pack. Oh, tall seat extender. Tall seat extender. Oh, okay. So this goes under the seat, which extends it up. So this must have been an option, an extra option. And here's the instructions. All right. So that's going to make it sit up a little higher. This is steel. It's not aluminum. Welded steel. And this, I can tell, is light as aluminum. All right. So there's that. We'll set that aside. And now we'll open the e-bike. I'm excited, aren't you? Okay, we got some instructions here. 52 volt G2 battery pack, spec sheet. Got a bunch of information here, key features. So this is all about the battery. It's got an Apple AirTag tracker compartment. Those are real popular for tracking your stuff in case somebody steals it or it gets lost. And this is what the bike looks like. So it kind of looks like a moped, but you can pedal it. It's got headlights. Looks like it's got turn signals, mirrors. So this is the owner's manual. Comes in different colors. Electric assist power system for 52 volt e-bikes. Alright, so it looks like I got some reading to do. Let's see, how does this come out? Put this over here. Oh, there's the wheel. Got that zip tie. So it's got a pretty good sized wheel. Gotta put some air in it. Looks like it's got an inner tube. Got a disc brake. Almost like a motorcycle wheel. Some kind of box in here. What do we got here? These are the mirrors. Put them back in there so they don't get damaged. This out of the way. Here's another box. Oh, they give you tools to put it together with. Here's a reflector. Juiced bikes. There's a little Allen wrench in there. What are these, business cards? To hand out to your friends while you're riding by on the e-bike. Juiced bikes. They're like postcards with a QR code on there. So some marketing stuff in there. Must be the front axle. Here's the pedals. Bunch of wrenches. What do we got here? Got some kind of little key fob. Lock, unlock. There's then some more tools, some zip ties. What's that down there? Guitar pick. Some little stickies. There's some battery in here. Looks like I'm gonna have some reading to do. Anti-theft alarm. Remote alarm. Sensor alarm. So it's got an alarm on it. An adjustable alarm. Nice. All right, let's put all that back till we're ready for that. And what's in this box? What do we got in here? Oh, this looks like the charger. Must be the battery charger. Get it, boy, get it! Get it, boy! Woo! Middle of February, and you'd think it was middle of summer already. So we got a black one. Came in blue or clear or black. Well, here's the handlebars. Headlight. Okay, there it is. This is the battery. The battery right there. There it is, unboxed. Take this off the back rack here. Got a nice seat. Wow. Got all kinds of stuff, features and stuff. So how will we get these? The headlight, turn signals. Okay, spin this around, there's the keys. And then the handlebars will go right in there. Looks like it did get a little damage right here, but I'm not too concerned about that, seeing how I got it for free.
Ugh, what's going on here?
Hey, Flipper!
Oh, look at that. Wow, that's pretty nice.
You know what it is?
No, never seen anything like that before.
It's an electric bicycle.
Oh, wow. That's pretty neat.
You can pedal it, or you can drive it. It's battery powered.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
So let me tighten these clamps. Kind of want to keep it even. There's going to be a gap in there. So you kind of want to tighten them. A little bit at a time. I can adjust them later if I need to, but that seems to be pretty good right there.
Sweet. You need me to hold anything?
Yeah,
I'll give you a hand.
hold the bike.
No problem.
Put the front wheel on next. It's got a disc brake. And we got a couple of spacers. One is thicker than the other. And there looks to be a zip tie on here. Cut that zip tie off. And there's a little wedge that keeps the disc brake pads from touching. So now I'm going to have to get the instructions out to see which spacer goes on what side for the front wheel. So inside that big book, that big pamphlet, were the setup instructions. So of course they've got all this stuff. We know you are excited about getting going, but please reseat and charge the battery before the first ride. Make sure the pedals are tight. Make sure the front wheel is installed properly and tight. Check to be sure the tires are inflated properly. Learn how to use the LCD display and adjust the top speed. Please note, bike may need further adjustments after assembly. And then they got, if you have any trouble, there's a number you can call. So there's the handlebars, which I put together already. And now here's the front wheel. So, of course, that front axle is different than the one I got. This one's got springs on it, and mine doesn't have springs. Is there another wheel on here? Different wheel? Oh, here we go. Here's mine, right here. I found it. Through axle. Okay, so fork, washer, nut, slim spacer, wide spacer. So that's what we want. Just what we got here. All right, I got the axle on. I got the spacers on the inside of the wheels like they show in the little diagram. So you're probably going to need some help putting this together. So good thing I got slippers here. So slippers, lift that up. Is it heavy?
It's not too bad.
All right, there you go.
Sweet.
Set down right on there. Now I'll put the washer and the nut on there on each side. And then, since that axle goes all the way through, you're going to kind of want to have an equal amount of thread on each side. That's how I would do it. And then let's grab one of these supplied wrenches they give you. Now it's recessed back here. So even though it's slotted, if the wheel does come loose, it's not going to come off. Because it's got a little recessed area in there which kind of captures it. So they give you two of these. So yeah, we can tighten it down. Can you pick it up again, Slippers? I'm going to spin the wheel. Oh, that's nice.
Nice and smooth.
Grab the brake.
Is this the one?
Usually the front brake is that one.
Okay.
Grab it. Oh yeah. Now, feels like we're going to have to put some air in the tires. Alright, so that wasn't too bad. That was pretty simple. And then I think the only other thing is to put the pedals on. And then of course, like any bicycle, you got a left and a right. So one side's left-handed and one side's right-handed. So where was that little setup? Right pedal, change side, left pedal, key side. Here's the right pedal, change side. There is a kickstand, Slipper.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, look at that.
And then of course the left pedal is going to be left-handed thread. I go the opposite way, it's left-handed threads. Nice and tight. So it's got gears, like a 10-speed. So you can shift it.
It's pretty sweet.
And under here, what do we got under here? Fenders. Got another zip tie.
Looks like the front fender.
Is zip tied to the back fender. I don't want to cut that with a knife.
You want some
Give me some
cutters?
nice wire cutters. So here's the front fender. There's the back fender. This is the turn signals. It's got turn signals on it. And some saran wrap. And then this is pretty straightforward. There is a connector here. You can easily disconnect this from here. I'll leave it connected though. And then the nuts. And then it fits into a, it's got two little flat spots on it, so it fits in there. And then we gotta find a wrench, the right size wrench to tighten that. 17 millimeter, there we go. Boy, they give you all the tools and everything. This is like
Yeah.
a IKEA.
This thing's sweet.
That IKEA stuff you gotta put together. Now I can kind of see how this got damaged because when this flipped back, when they packed it, it looks like it hit against here. But they had it pretty well packed. I wouldn't think anything would have damaged it.
Yeah.
But I'm not too concerned about that.
It was probably that UPPS driver.
Yeah.
That guy's a shady character.
Well, it is a pretty heavy thing to be toting around, and if you're by yourself, hucking packages all day long. Sure, you're probably thinking, oh geez, another e-bike. So these little brackets here on the side, nope, I better turn this up a little bit, this one. Oh, I don't think I got this one seated in there right, in its little spot. There we go. Make sure you get that seated in there right, where you tighten it down. And these brackets here on the side, these look like they got to be tightened up. There's that little handy dandy Allen wrench they give you. Oh, you know what? These are loose for a reason. You can slide these up or down on the forks here. To loosen them up some more.
Let's see, might want to loosen them up a little bit.
You can raise it up higher, the headlight. Yeah, now that's loose. So there's lots of adjustments. There we go. So you can put that high or low. Where was the picture of it? Looks like they got it in the middle. Or no. Looks like they got it all the way at almost to the top.
It looks like you got it in a pretty good spot now.
Yeah, that looks good. I guess it's all on what you prefer. That looks good there. Let's tighten these down. I turn the handlebars, flip dog. Got a horn.
Yeah, got everything. Just like a moped.
Like a battery powered bicycle slash moped. I still don't have this one turn signal in there correctly. What did I do? Did I mess something up? Probably messed up that hole. I think I might have buggered it up a little bit. Alright. Now there's two Allens on the side of the headlight. And they're loose. These flex, so in case you wipe out, I guess, it won't snap off. So we'll tighten them for now. I may have to readjust the headlight.
Yeah, once you get it working.
Alright. Here was that other bag with the reflector. And a bolt.
Probably goes right on the front fender, I would think.
Yeah, let's see. Does it show the front fender? So that other front wheel was for a quick release front wheel. That's why I had the springs on it. Alright, so let's figure this out. Where did these go? Oh, they go down here. Okay, they go there. And this goes here. Or does this go in the front? Let me see if I can find the front fender in the instructions. Well, I thumbed through the instructions and there was nothing on installing the front fender in here, but I did find this illustration right here for the battery pack, and it shows that tab in the back. So at least I know that's where it goes. So this tab will go in the back. And then this is the bolt and the washer. And here's the reflector. And a nut and a washer in the back. And then you got these little Allen heads down here. So this is kind of tricky. I would have much rather have had a ratchet, would make it faster. And they got Loctite on them. Well, it's a lot easier if you got a socket wrench instead of that tool they gave you for putting the fender on. It's a 4mm Allen head socket is what I used. Makes it a lot quicker. Be careful you don't cross thread them.
Hold that.
All right. I don't think they gave us a Phillips screwdriver. Need a Phillips. No screwdriver in there, Slippers?
I'm not seeing anything. Unless these pull out. You can flip them around.
So now I can adjust this reflector in the front. There we go. My knife worked. All right. So there's that. Take this off the back. This plywood, shipping materials on the back here. Save that, you never know what you need it for. So here's a rack on the back.
Nice little rack.
Here's the rear turn signals. Don't have to do anything back there. Okay.
Sweet.
So that's pretty much there is for assembly. Other than that seat we got to put on it, and I'm sure we got to charge the battery, and we got to put air in the tires. Well, let me read through this manual some more. I don't want to bore you with my reading. Okay, so there's these zip ties on the battery here. I'm going to cut these off. And it comes with 3 keys. You get 3 keys. And there's a key back here. This is how you turn it on. And I believe this is for the battery. So of course that's how it goes in. And then you turn it and you pull it towards you. And then it slides out. Here's the battery. And then this is where you put the charger. So now we gotta take the battery out and we're gonna charge it to make sure it's fully charged. And then tonight when I go home, I'm gonna read through that manual to familiarize myself with it before we take off on it. So that's how you remove the battery. There's the key. Put the keys in here for now. Now let me find out how much air to put in the tires. Well, I looked through the instructions and it didn't say anything about how much air to put in the tires. So what do you think, Slippers? How are we going to figure this out?
They got a little thing on the side of the tire right here. It says, inflate to 35 PSI.
Oh, okay. So it's on the tire.
Feel it.
There we go. Right on the money.
You have to get yourself some cool little caps to put on there.
Yeah. So 35 PSI. So there's a power button on the battery, and it'll let us know how much juice is in this battery. And it says it's fully charged, except for 1 bar. So we're going to charge it anyway. And then press and hold the button to shut it off. Okay, I got the battery charger plugged in. There's a little green indicator on here. And now I'll plug it into the battery. And let's see what happens. So it's pulsing at that third one. So we want it to be fully charged. Well, that's it for now. Let me go home and read through that manual so we can save some time. But it is a bicycle right now. You can ride it like a bicycle. I don't need the battery yet. Ride it like a regular bicycle. So this must be the throttle here. So that's kind of neat that it's separate so you can ride, and then when you want to juice it, you can come in there. Oh, we got the mirrors. That's right, there were the mirrors.
Oh yeah, here they are.
And we got to put that seat extender on. Got the mirrors there,
Here
Slippy?
they are.
What's in that? Oh, that's the alarm stuff. So here's the mirrors. Thread them until they stop. Bring it back. Then you can tighten that nut down. 14 millimeter. Tighten it down. Then you can slide this rubber over it. Nice. Like I said, I'll still have to make some adjustments, which you would have to too, on how you would want the handlebars. I think I might want them a little more forward. Take these little protectors off. Well, while we're waiting for the battery, I think I'll just ride it like a bicycle. Rides like a regular bike. Got your shifter right here for your gears. Got a little window so you can turn this and shift it while you're driving. Seems pretty comfortable. It's all aluminum, the frame and everything. Just gotta wait for the battery to charge up. And then read about all the different controls. One thing I did notice is where they got this mirror bracket here and where this controls are, it's kind of far. Because here's your horn and your turn signals and your lights. So I may take this off and slide this in and put this on the inside like this one is. That way this control will be closer to my thumb. Because look, I got to reach way over here to do this. So this is all going to have to be moved. I don't like that, and I should rotate this up a little bit more. So the horn would be up here. Kind of clock this over this way. So yeah, you'll have to do some adjustments and stuff if you decide to buy one of these to your liking. It seems like it's at the right height for me. but we do have that seat extension that he sent us. So we're going to put that on anyway, just to show you how it goes on. But that gives you, raises it up another, what, 2 or 3 inches? Plus this looks like it's another compartment to put stuff. Well, they must have assembled this wrong in the factory when they put the handlebar stuff on there, because I moved everything. I moved this close to the shifter so you can get at that easier, like I was saying, and then put the brake out here and then the mirror. And then when I looked in the book on the picture, see, they got it the same way. Here's the shifter, here's the turn signals and the horn and the light switch, there's the brake, and there's a USB port, but that USB port is on this side on my bike right here. So you can charge your phone or your whatever electronic device you have, you got a USB port right here. And then on this thing over here with the throttle, this screen has got some buttons here, plus and minus. I may have to rotate this up a little. I'm probably going to loosen this up too and rotate that up a little more. So yeah, if you get one of these, you're probably going to have to make a lot of adjustments to suit you. Unless you got real long octopus type fingers. Because this screen looks like it could go over more. There's some space here. You could actually slide this over some more, but if you slide it over too far, it's going to get into your little throttle here. So I think I could slide it over a little bit and still have throttle, because I'm probably not going to be grabbing this thing right here. If I'm going to use the electric part, I'll probably just do it right like this. And then I'll swing it up a little more. But yeah, just a lot of little adjustments that you have to make yourself. Well, I got the battery all charged up, but let's go over a few more things that I read in the manual last night before we put the battery in. So it's got adjustable shocks in the front, because it's got a front end on it like a motorcycle. So it's got a compression knob on this side, and on the other side it's got a preload knob. So you can soften and stiffen the suspension on the front by turning them knobs. And you can adjust the shocks in the back just like you do on a motorcycle. You can adjust the spring tension on the back. So if you're a lighter person or a heavier person, or you want stiffer suspension or softer, you can adjust the shocks. Now, the electric motor for this e-bike is in the hub. The motor's in here. This thing is pretty high tech, so I understand why it's $2,000. Actually, they were more. They've come down in price. And then your controller here, this thing controls everything. So I scooted it over a little bit because I wanted it a little closer, and then I scooted the mirror over. So it even tells you in the manual you may have to adjust a lot of the stuff for your liking. Like anything, you want to adjust it for you. You want to specially set it up for you. So the battery's all charged up now, and there's a power button on here that you have to turn on first. And then it'll show you how much charge is in the battery. And you don't have to take the battery in and out every time you want to charge it. You can charge it on the bike. And then you slip the battery in the bottom here. It's got a little spot that goes in. Then you got to turn the key, and then it locks the battery in. Then you put your key in, and when you turn the key, everything comes on. There's your display. And it's got all your information in there that you need to know. This thing has a lot of functions. You need to read through the manual because it does a lot of stuff. So here's our shifter. We got 8 speeds, so we could shift it. Here's our turn signals, and they work. And they're bright. Horn, it's pretty loud. And then come around the front, and it's got that halo running light. Now you can turn this on and off through the controller. There is a way to turn that on if you don't want to have that on all the time. And then it's got what they call pedal assist and the throttle. And you can turn one or both off. So if you want just pedal assist, you can have it that way, or throttle. Or in the case, the way it's set up right now, it has both. So it has pedal assist and both. And then come over here, Mr. Cameraman, and see, that's telling us that we got 57.2 volts in it right now. There's a little picture of the battery to show you how much charge is in it. We've already gone 1 mile on it. We took it for a little test drive to check it out first. And you can reset that mileage through here. And a lot of it is done through these buttons. You hold one of these buttons. There's a power button on the back. You can push the power button and the plus button at the same time, and it brings you to this other screen that tells you more information. 46 watt hours, 0.8 amp hours. Temperature is in centigrade. It does all kinds of stuff, and you can set everything through that. Let me see if I can get it to return back to the other screen. There we go. So right now it's in sport mode. There's S for sport mode. So you toggle these up and down, this plus and minus. So when I toggle it down, pedal assist 3, 2, 1. There's eco mode to conserve on the battery. And then there's 0 where you just turn everything off altogether for pedal assist. But it still has the throttle, still works. See? And then that little symbol there lets you know that the light is on, that halo. And then here's the regular headlight. So yeah, it's pretty high tech, pretty advanced. So again, to access other features of the bike, the plus button and the power button in the back you hit at the same time, and it takes you to this menu. Then if you hit the plus and minus at the same time, it'll take you to another window. And then you got all this unit, speed limit. You can backlight the backlight of the display. You can adjust that. If you ever change the wheels, you can recalibrate it so it's accurate. Power off delay, NDW, you'd have to look in the manual, I don't know what that means. Torque, low volts, speed limit, odometer setting, backlight state, the light. So that's again if you want to turn that halo on and off.
and then it goes back to that. And then let me see if I can get it to go back. There's, you can set your miles per hour. I got it set at 30. Here's the backlight. And let me see if I can get back to the original screen. I'm going to hit plus and minus again and hold it. Oh, maybe not. There we go. I just hit the power button, and I'll hit the power button and plus again, and it took us back to that. So yeah, there's a lot of using these 3 buttons to access all that. But it's like anything, because I've had a lot of this high-tech stuff. You pretty much set it to where you want it, where you're comfortable with, and then you usually don't go back and mess with those other settings. And then if you do, you always forget, so that's why you got to dig out the manual, and then you can mess with them other settings if you need to adjust it or tweak it a little bit. But yeah, I've got this set to where we need it. Now the one thing I don't like, there is one thing I didn't like. So when you turn this thing off, you also have to manually turn the battery off. And you can't get to the battery button because it's in there. So you have to remember to do this. And I know what's going to happen. People are going to forget to do this. So then you have to get the key. And you have to pull the battery out. And you got to hold the button for a couple seconds to shut the battery off. Then you got to put it back in place. They should have had that light on here somewhere where you could see it, or even the button. I don't like that button's hidden in there, because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to forget to turn it on and off. So we're going to ride it, check it out, and see if we need to add that seat thing. We'll add that seat extender anyway, just to show you how that goes on. So let's take the e-bike for an e-ride, and then if we're all happy, we'll go e-bike. So here's something else I came across in the manual, and I highlighted it, about all juiced e-bikes are equipped with brake sensors. If both the brake and throttle is used at the same time, the system will cut power to the motor. So again, this thing does a lot of stuff. So if you get one of these, make sure you thoroughly read through the manual. Don't throw them away. Hang on to it. All right, let's take this e-bike for a ride. Let me open the door. What are you two knuckleheads doing?
What you got there, Pop?
I'm gonna go for a ride on my new e-bike.
E-bike? What is that?
It's a regular bicycle, but it's got battery assist.
Sounds like some kind of newfangled 21st century technology. I got a real bike, a 67 Schwinn Stingray.
You're not gonna be able to compete with this bad boy. Oh, it's leaking gas.
All right, get out of the way. Fourth gear, fifth gear, $15 miles an hour. I just got it on pedal assist, number 3. So it's just assisting me when I pedal. I'm coasting downhill 22 miles an hour. I'm going to lower the assist to level 2. So yeah, this just kind of helps while you're pedaling. You put it on 1. Oh yeah, it helps a little. Now put it on eco mode. adjust my mirrors while I'm out here too. All right, now I'll put it on 0. Now it's just like riding a regular bicycle. Then I can use the throttle. Say I was coming up to a hill or something and I didn't want to pedal. I can hit the throttle. Topped out at 20 miles an hour. All right, I'm going to put the assist on. I'm in 6th gear. Coming to a hill. I'm going to downshift. Went down to 4th gear. And I'm on number 3, assist. Come up to a stop sign. Here we go, down the hill.
Woo!
That thing's pretty cool.
Yeah, kind of want to take it for a ride.
Well, I want to take it for a ride.
Yeah, well, I'm calling first dibs. First dibs.
I'm his son. I should get first dibs.
Yeah, but I called first dibs, so that doesn't matter.
No, I'm riding it.
I'm riding it.
No, I'm riding it. I'm riding it.
Oh, neither one of you are riding it. You were making fun of it a minute ago. You want to ride it? Get your own.
Come on, Pa.
You, get your bicycle out of here and get that motorcycle out of here. It's leaking gas all over my driveway.
Fine. Sting is cool anyway.
So if you're a taller person like myself, I'm 5'10". I did notice that it would have been a lot better if it had been sitting up a little high. I mean, it seems fine like right here, right now. But I want to try that seat extender that Rick also sent with it, because he's got one on his. I guess there's all kinds of accessories that you can buy for these e-bikes. So I'm going to go ahead with a 10 millimeter. Take the seat off. There's the seat. And this is the speed controller here, like what they have on those battery powered golf carts. Here's a bunch of electrical connectors in there. That goes like that. And he gave me this, came with it. This is a little spacer that goes in the front here. And here's a bag of hardware. Let me look at them instructions and make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah. Okay. Little washers first, and they show it going through the top. Then a big washer, and then these nylocks. Got two in the back. Better have a little hand. Okay, I installed the tall seat extender. Let's see how that is. Yeah, I'm a little bit on my tippy toes now, but that's all right. You know, you can step forward. I think that'll be a little better when you're pedaling. Gives you a little more length, because I noticed I was really feeling it burn in here, but I guess you're supposed to. So it comes with this little anti-theft device, which you can zip tie, or it comes with double-sided tape, and you just got to find a location on the bike to mount this. Then it got a little key fob, so you lock it. Then if somebody steals it, they're stealing my e-bike! So there's that. I don't know if I'll install this. Maybe I'll put this on something else that I don't want them to steal. Like Junior, yeah, I'll mount it to Junior. That way I'll know where he's at. Yeah. So we need to add one more thing. I forgot that didn't come in the kit. And that's this, which we sell in our online store. Got a motorcycle size one, and we have a full size car one, which we got up there. So I need to install my plate. That's my anti-theft device right there. As soon as they see that, they're like, that's Taryl, don't mess with that. Well, that's it for our unboxing and review on this Hyper Scorpion e-bike. And I'd like to thank Rick again for sending us this bike for free. I understand that these e-bikes, they're not for everyone. They're not for all my fans out there. But, you know, for some people, they serve a purpose. It's like a hybrid, because you still got to pedal it. You know, you can't totally rely on the battery. They say it's got a range of 70 miles on this. And that would all probably depend on what mode you're operating it in. But we drove it around for a few miles here, and the battery still got 52 volts in it. It's got over 52 volts in it, actually, for the amount of time we were riding it around. So yeah, it's a pretty cool thing, you know, bicycle. But like I said, it's not for everyone, but it does have its purpose. So if you're interested in getting one of these, I hope we shed a little bit of light on it for you. to see what it, what it does and how it works. It's pretty high tech. They also say in the manual you don't want to operate it in wet conditions, because it is electric. You want to kind of keep it dry and not get it wet. But yeah, if you live in a city or something, it would probably come in handy, or if you went to some event, or if you're not physically able to do a lot of walking and stuff, this would come in handy for something like that. Still gives you a little bit of freedom, mobility freedom. So there you have it. Hyper Scorpion e-bike. Pretty neat. Yeah, I like it. It's cool. So, subscribe to this YouTube channel, Taryl Fixes All. Follow me with your e-bikes on Facebook and Instagram. I won't be able to hear you sneaking up on me, so don't run me over with that e-bike, because they are quiet. Go to our web store. We got all kinds of stuff on there for sale. Check it out. Maybe there's something on there you want. And as always, there's your dinner. Woo!